Hi everyone, and welcome to Crochet by Shawn. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the share button. And if you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see us do in the videos, please go ahead and put that in the comments below. And today I'm going to show you how to do another baby headband. And we have it without beads or with beads. I wouldn't do the beads on an infant, but maybe a toddler because you don't want the beads pressing into their baby's head. We are just going to be using a medium worsted weight yarn, a size H crochet hook, and you want to leave a little bit of a tail so that we can use a tapestry needle and do the invisible closure. We are going to use the double crochet foundation row, so go ahead and chain 3. We'll yarn over and go through the third chain from the hook, that first one, and pull up your loop. And the double crochet foundation row is going to create a chain row on one side. So chain 1 through the first one, and then finish the double crochet on the right side. This is a lot more flexible instead of a chain row foundation. And now we're going to go back through that chain we just made, through both loops, pull up another loop, chain 1 on the left, and double crochet on the right. Yarn over, go through both loops of the chain we just made, chain 1 on the left, and double crochet on the right. Yarn over, through both loops of the chain, chain 1 on the left, and double crochet on the right. And you will want 42 of these. Once you have 42, it will look like this. Then go ahead and bring it around. We will join it together in the top of the chain 3. And then we are going to chain 1 and do a single crochet in that same joining stitch. Then we are going to chain 4. The first one is for our chain space, and the next 3 are going to be for our picot. So the third chain from the hook, you're just going to turn it over, go into the back bump, and slip stitch it through. Then chain 1 more for a chain space. We're going to skip the next stitch and do a single crochet in the next stitch. So we'll chain 4 again, turn it over and go into the third chain from the hook, that beginning picot one, slip stitch it through, chain 1 more for another chain space. We'll skip the next stitch and do a single crochet. Chain 4, turn it over, go through the back bump of the third chain from the hook, slip stitch, chain 1, skip the next stitch, and do a single crochet. And you'll just do this all the way around. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go into the third chain from the hook, slip stitch, chain 1, skip the next one, and single crochet in the next. And there's your little picots. If you're going to add beads to it, you do chain 1, and then your picot 1, 2. So on the third chain up, here's where you would pull up the bead. Pull up the bead on this one because it's the middle picot one, and then chain 1 again after the bead so that you have the 4. Then do your picot, and then another chain. And that middle chain the bead will show up right there. So skip one and single crochet. Now if you're going to bead again, 1, 2, 3 is where we would put the bead. You'd pull up the bead to here, chain 1, then do your picot, chain 1 again, and single crochet in the next after the skipped. And then once you get all the way around, you will end with that chain 1. Just slip stitch it into the beginning of the single crochet and tuck in your ends. Just do your invisible closures on both top and bottom, and you will have your headband. Thanks so much for joining us today, and we will see you next time.